I want to give you a clear working definition, simple for what an investor is, what it means to be an investor, and then we're going to unpack a little bit of this definition so that you can differentiate it from the other economic profiles that many people are going to be stuck in. And I believe they're going to miss this next wave within the next 3 to 5 years. Okay. So, what does it mean to be an investor? To be an investor means to be an individual who allocates or moves capital into a business or into a venture with the expectation of earning a return or a future profit. I'll read it again. To be an investor means to be an individual who allocates capital. So that means you are intentionally taking what we are calling capital, and I'll unpack that a little bit, and you are moving that capital or allocating that capital into a business or into a specific venture with the expectation of earning a return on the allocation of that capital for a future profit. Okay. Now, when I say capital, the first reference to capital obviously needs to be financial capital. There are different forms of capital. The first reference to capital is financial capital. That's financial capital. So that means if you got money saved, if you got money that you're earning and there's some discretionary income left after you pay your bills, then that would be used as capital that could be allocated into a business or into a venture with the expectation of earning a return, on that invested capital. So obviously the first form of capital is financial capital, but there are other forms of capital. Here are some other forms of capital. You can have human capital if you don't have financial capital. When I say human capital, now I'm referring to what may commonly be called sweat equity. So human capital is your time. Human capital is your talents. Human capital is your physical abilities. It is you taking your human being and allocating it into a business or into a venture with the expectation of earning money. This is different from entrepreneurship. This is different from small business ownership. This is about you using these specific resources that we're referring to as capital with the expectation of them earning you a return. That's what makes it an investment. That's what makes you an investor as opposed to an entrepreneur and small business owner. So number one, we have financial capital. That would be the first form of capital. Then we have human capital. Okay. Then we have intellectual capital. So intellectual capital is not human capital in that it is your time or your physical strength, talents, or services. Your intellectual capital is actually your intellect because you don't necessarily have to use your physical body to disseminate or to allocate your intellect as capital. It is what we commonly refer to as your IP. It is your intellectual property. Okay. The number four is credit capital. So your credit capital is not cash, it's not human, it's not intellectual, but it may be your credit worthiness with banks and institutions. This could be your ability to get credit cards, credit lines. You maybe you have the ability to get a loan. You have some credibility with your name, with your credit score, with your FICO. All that is credit capital. I personally know people, and I have been one of those people when I didn't have financial capital. that I've used human capital to invest. So we have credit capital, and then number five, we have relationship capital. Relationship capital is you utilizing credibility, integrity, character, longevity, and your ability to have relationships where people know you, like you, and trust you enough to engage with you on an investment level with or without finances, your physical time and talents, your intellectual abilities, or your credit worthiness, just pure relationships. Okay. So let me reset the room to make sure we're all on the same page. Question number one, what does it mean to be an investor? To be an investor means to be an individual who allocates capital into a business or venture with the expectation of earning a return. Okay? I just shared with you five forms of capital that can be allocated. Of course, number one is financial capital. This is your money. This is your savings. This is your retirement. This is your discretionary income after your bills are paid or expenses are taken care of. Number two is human capital. This is your time, your talents. This is your efforts, your services, your sweat equity. Number three, intellectual capital, your genius, your creativity, your intellect. Number four, credit capital, your ability to get a loan, to get credit cards, lines of credit, loans, whatever those things are. And number five, relationship capital, your ability to bring people together, to be liked, to be known, to be trusted, and to use that as a form of capital in business or in a venture that allows you to expect a return.